So tell us about the opportunities with television that are really emerging, what you're looking at doing, and either through video on demand, through live streaming, other opportunities that kind of exist beyond what had been the big established linear operation.
Well, it still is the big established operation, but what we can do with digital is we're able to add to what people see. It's not just a TV ad. So what we've done in terms of our own research is the users who look at our site and look at our programming, they expect to see more than a TV ad. So we've integrated a lot of interactive video and a lot of interactive media, which provides more engagement and gives high engagement rates. The challenge we've had is trying to get what we want to deliver across multiple platforms, across connected TVs, across cable, across mobile, and that's the big challenge, but that's the big opportunity for us, so that we can serve a uniform message across all of our platforms.
So what has been some of those challenges, and what are you hoping to solve? I mean, like, getting a little bit more granular, perhaps.
Yeah, I suppose the big problems you have when you go with mobile is that you've got Android, which is more or less open. You've got iOS, which is more or less closed. And you've got a design functionality that can be flexible. And so you've got three pillars there that can sort of alter things a little bit. So our apps are semi-native in that we can make changes towards the back of them, whereas and make the look and feel look a little bit different. And that's proven difficult for us from an advertising perspective, in that once you go native, it goes bespoke. And so you need to have some kind of flexibility in terms of the advertising, your tag management, the way it's delivered, your latency. So it gives challenges in that regard. As you go out into cable, it also brings you into a new ecosystem. So you have to deliver advertising in a higher quality than you would see on the web. So the ads are delivered into the cable ecosystem. That gives a challenge in terms of third-party ad serving, which is something that we've struggled, and I think it's new for the cable industry as well. They're learning as much as we are, and I would hope that probably by Q1 next year we'll have that solved. But there's a lot of intermediaries in it.
What about the notion of addressable, delivering programming and advertising, or let's say delivering advertising on sort of a household or a very narrow basis? Where does that stand?
That's a difficult one to answer because it's different for each market. You know, if you look at the Irish market, if you break it down by addressable, I want to target a particular county in the south of Ireland, you can do that with the web now. Why do you want to start breaking it up? You also have to be considered that if you start doing that, you're reducing the overall inventory as to what you want to advertise to. So in a market like the US, where you've got different scales and you've got different markets set up in that regard, it probably has a greater appetite and opportunity. So each market's a little bit different.
Cool. And looking ahead, you know, what are some of the big opportunities and some of the big challenges that you are facing?
I think, look, there's a couple of big gorillas in the room. One begins with G and the other one begins with F. They're trying to, and have made many attempts in trying to get into the video market because that's where the highest yield is. The big challenge for us is getting closer to our user, getting closer to our audience, being able to take offline data and online data, merge it together, and get a better picture of who is actually watching. I think the Nielsen set that you have is still very, very valid, but there are higher demands in terms of give me more lifestyle information around that. So we need to build that up in terms of first-party data. Big challenge is you bring in a third-party data source, it can be questionable at best.
Good, and what are the opportunities for brands and advertising now, and how do you see that?
I think brands can, there's a place for everyone at the table looking for brand advertising. The brands need to understand what they want to do. The market is changing so rapidly that it can be quite confusing. you can blend an awful lot of messages together. You can get your reach with TV. You can retarget with the web. You can make a standout appearance with regards to VOD, with interactive video, with the broadcaster. So there's great opportunities in terms of making your brand stand out using various tools within each medium.